The FDA's bold declaration that the semaglutide shortage is over has stirred a whirlwind of controversy and legal challenges, leaving patients and industry insiders wondering if relief is truly on the horizon. Meanwhile, Eli Lilly is gearing up to launch its revolutionary oral GLP-1 pill Orforglipron, while groundbreaking studies reveal that even modest weight loss can dramatically reduce joint stress without sacrificing muscle. This is one episode you won't want to miss.
Welcome to the Downsized News. It's Monday, February 24th, 2025, and we're thrilled to bring you the freshest updates on GLP-1 treatments. I'm Laraine Durham, and I've successfully dropped over 50 pounds using compounded tirzepatide, which is the medication in Zepbound and Mounjaro.
And I'm Christopher Durham. I've lost 98 pounds with the help of tirzepatide, Zepbound, and Mounjaro. Today, we're diving deep into the latest news on GLP-1s, from Mounjaro and Zepbound to Wegovy, Ozempic, tirzepatide, and semaglutide.
Before we get started, a quick reminder, we're not doctors. While we're passionate about GLP-1s and fighting the disease of obesity, it's essential to consult with a qualified healthcare professional before beginning any new medication or treatment. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Now let's dive into today's news and explore what's new in the exciting world of GLP-1s.
Story number one, on Friday, the FDA announced that the national shortage of semaglutide products is over. The agency confirmed that Novo Nordisk, the drug's manufacturer, now has enough capacity to meet both current and projected demand. A welcome change after a prolonged shortage that has affected patients since 2022. Despite the news, skepticism remains. Novo Nordisk stated that its manufacturing facilities can now handle the high demand for semaglutide. To ensure a smooth transition, the FDA has granted a temporary grace period for compounding pharmacies. Under Section 503A, state-licensed pharmacies and physicians are permitted to compound, distribute, or dispense semaglutide copies for 60 calendar days from the announcement date, extending this period until April 22, 2025. In addition, outsourcing facilities under Section 503B are allowed a 90-day period until May 22, 2025, to work with compounded semaglutide products. After these deadlines, the production of compounded semaglutide will cease. During the grace period, the FDA will not act on compounding-related violations tied solely to the shortage status, although it will enforce regulations if product quality or safety issues arise. The press release also highlighted challenges with other GLP-1 drugs. While manufacturers report that all presentations of dulaglutide injection are available, the product remains in shortage. Similarly, liraglutide injections continues to face shortages with only limited presentations available. Instead of relief, this announcement has sown doubt among millions of GLP-1 users. Many of us who rely on compounded GLP-1 drugs to manage obesity fear that the declared end to the shortage is premature. We worry that local supply issues and distribution delays may persist despite the FDA claims. Following the FDA's recent announcement that semaglutide is no longer in short supply, the tirzepatide crisis has expanded into a broader GLP-1 crisis. Drawing on insights from the resolution of the tirzepatide shortage, we can anticipate significant hurdles ahead for patients relying on compounded semaglutide. Legal challenges and potential litigation may disrupt expected timelines, prompting telehealth companies and prescribers to shift from standard semaglutide offerings to non-commercial doses or unconventional titration and custom formulations with additives to manage side effects. This evolving situation raises a critical question. How will pharmacies respond to increased FDA oversight and looming litigation threats from companies like Lilly and Novo? Ultimately, the uncertainty underscores a pressing concern. How will compounded GLP-1 products remain available? And, more importantly, how will we, the patients, continue to treat our disease of obesity? So, semaglutide is off the shortage list. Surprised? No?
It's been in shortage, what did they say, since 2022?
Yeah, long time.
So they've had some time to catch up. I still think people have trouble getting Ozempic and Wegovy, so yep. I don't really know. Maybe somebody will challenge if that shortage is really true.
Yeah, I think inevitably there's going to be more court cases out of this. I don't see the court cases ending here. Story number two.
Eli Lilly is preparing a new pill called Orforglipron. It is an oral GLP-1 drug that may help people to fight the disease of obesity, lose weight, and or manage type 2 diabetes. The pill is also being tested for obstructive sleep apnea. It is in late-stage trials now. Lilly wants to avoid the shortages seen with past drugs like Mounjaro and Zepbound. Those drugs ran short when they first hit the market. This time, Lilly is planning ahead. They built a pre-launch inventory worth $548 million by the end of last year. The company said they build supplies when they are confident a drug will soon hit the market. In June 2023, Phase 2 data showed that Orforglipron helped patients lose up to 14.7% of their body weight over 36 weeks. The results were promising, even though they are a bit lower than what some injectable GLP-1s have achieved. Many people who use GLP-1s may prefer a pill over an injection. Lilly plans to submit regulatory filings by the end of this year. They hope to get approval for the obesity treatment in 2026. CEO David Ricks said the company is ready for a full launch. This means they do not plan to limit the supply at the start. Other big companies like Pfizer and AstraZeneca are also working on weight loss drugs, but Lilly is taking a strong lead by planning ahead. For many patients waiting for better treatment options, Orforglipron could be a welcome change. For now, everyone must wait for the final test results and regulatory approval. $548 million. That doesn't really sound like a lot when you consider they're making, $5 billion a quarter in
Well, we
profits.
don't know what it's going to be priced at, though.
What is it going to be priced?
We don't know.
Is it going to be $1,000 a month like Zepbound and Mounjaro if you don't have insurance? If it is, then...
Either way, it's a ton of money in inventory for a drug that's not even approved yet. So they have a high level of confidence in it. You don't have millions sitting around.
If this works slightly less effectively than Zepbound and it's a pill and it's in stock, of course everyone's going to want it. Then the price is the question. So I hope it's affordable. I'm not holding my breath.
We'll see. I think their goal will ultimately to get as large a share in the market as possible. And I think a well-priced pill would get them another 10-20% of share.
Yeah, they have pretty much all the share right now.
Well, them and Novo Nordisk. Yeah. But they know there's a lot of people nipping at their heels. There's 500-600 meds out there in development right now. Mm-hmm. Story number 3, a new study shows promising news for GLP-1 users. These drugs help people lose weight, of course, but even a small weight loss can protect knee and hip replacements. The study focused on drugs like Wegovy and Zepbound. It was published in the JAMA Network Open on February 21st. The research team was led by Dr. Chao Zhang from Jinghua Hospital in China. Patients who lost 2% to 10% of their weight saw a 25% lower risk of needing follow-up surgery. Those who lost 10% or more had a 43% lower risk. This means that even slight weight loss can reduce stress on new joints. In the United States, nearly 900,000 knee replacements and 400,000 hip replacements happen every year. Over time, new joints can wear out. This is especially true for patients who are overweight. Weight loss helps lower this risk. The study compared nearly 3,700 patients in the UK. Some gained weight or stayed the same. Others lost small to moderate amounts of weight or a lot of weight. Results were clear. Patients who lost weight had a lower risk of follow-up surgery over both 5 and 10 years. For knee replacements, the risk dropped by 45% to 51%. For hip replacements, the risk dropped by 18 to 47%. The study shows that even a 2% weight loss can help. These findings highlight the benefits of GLP-1s. They offer a safe and sustainable way to lose weight. In turn, this helps keep new joints in better condition for longer. GLP-1 users on a weight loss journey have more reasons to stay the course. Their efforts may not only improve health, but may also extend the life of their replacement joints.
Another example of a situation where if you lose weight, it's easier on your better on your body, easier on your joints. Yeah.
I can only imagine. I know what it's like on my knees, and I haven't had it replaced. So
yeah, that's a lot of knee and hip replacements per year in the U.S. I didn't realize they were quite that high.
I had no clue either.
In story number 4, a growing trend is shaking up more than just dinner plans. It's even changing the way your favorite brands stock their stores. In a recent Modern Retail magazine story by Julia Waldo, it's revealed that as more people turn to GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy to shed pounds, apparel companies are scrambling to keep up with a surprising side effect. Smaller sizes are suddenly in high demand. It turns out that what started as a treatment for diabetes has become a go-to option for millions of Americans looking to lose weight, with estimates suggesting that about 6% of the U.S. population is now using these drugs. And while that's great news for those on their weight loss journey, it's led to unexpected challenges in the world of fashion. Big names like Lululemon are even reporting that some of their smaller sizes are flying off the shelves faster than they can be restocked. For years, apparel company ordered inventory based on a tried-and-true formula, often following a ratio that favored medium and large sizes. But as more shoppers find their clothes no longer fit like old labels, experts like Gabriella Santinello of A-Line Partners are advising brands to switch gears. Instead of the old 1-2-2-1 model, she suggests a new approach that gives extra room for smaller sizes. Retailer insiders explain that updating these sizing algorithms isn't cheap or easy, but it's become necessary to avoid a costly misstep in planning production months in advance. The challenge is real. Many retailers lock in their orders 6 to 9 months ahead, meaning that a miscalculation in sizing today could mean a full season of unsold inventory tomorrow. As brands race to adjust their forecasts and size curves, the whole industry is feeling the pressure to innovate fast, ensuring that everyone, especially those on a GLP-1 journey, can find clothes that fit their new lifestyle. This unexpected ripple effect from a medical breakthrough reminds us that sometimes health and style are more connected than we think. Okay, so as a former clothing buyer, they mentioned the 1-2-2-1 scale, and most people probably don't know what that is. So small, medium, large, extra large. Small is 1, medium is 2, large is 2, extra large is 1. So that would be your pack that a store would get. They'd get 1 small, 2 mediums, 2 larges, and 1 extra large of, say, a blue top to put on their rack. In stores that retail for higher prices, that's what we always wanted to get, right? That costs a little bit more than other size scales that ran maybe small, medium, large, where you did 1 small, 3 medium, and 2 larges. It was shifted more to the small end. That was a little bit cheaper to produce. Takes up less fabric. You can get more cuts on 1 bolt of fabric. Places like Lululemon, I mean, they're selling like 0 and 00. That's an interesting effect, and definitely retailers will want to shift their sizes smaller in order if all of America is now becoming smaller. Well, if only 6% of America is actually on GLP-1 drugs, I don't know that would really affect all of retail in America, but
well, if 6% now has to buy new clothes, because what percent is actually buying new clothes on a weekly or annual basis?
I think, well, I don't know, but I think really it's income driven. I don't know that just a drop in, people are always changing sizes all the time.
Sure.
So, 6% might move the needle a little bit, but
I don't know. It's forced need though, right? So I didn't actually need new clothes 100 pounds ago.
Right.
50 pounds later, my pants fell to the ground. It was a forced need.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the women that we interview and we talk to say, well, I've got a range of sizes in my closet, right? I've got everywhere from size 6 to size 16s in my closet or higher. But some people, have been at higher sizes for most of their adult life, like me. I've been 12, 14,
and I had
16,
a range,
most of my adult life. So when I lost 50 pounds, nothing fit, and I did have to.
Yeah, I had a range, but it was within 1 or 2 sizes.
Yeah.
It wasn't
down 5 sizes.
No.
Yeah.
I would have had to have been in high school to have the size pants. The National Association of Attorneys General sent a letter to the FDA on February 19th, 2025. The NAAG is a nonpartisan forum for America's state and territory attorney generals. It offers a community, training, and resource to protect the rule of law and the Constitution. 38 attorneys general signed the letter. They came from a whole list of states, including Tennessee, New York, Wisconsin, and Colorado. They warned that scammers are exploiting the high demand for GLP-1 drugs like Mounjaro, Zepbound, Ozempic, and Wegovy. The letter says that shortages and high prices have opened the door for counterfeit drugs. Fake versions of these drugs are entering the United States supply chain from countries such as China, Turkey, and India. These counterfeits may have harmful contaminants or unsafe doses. Online sellers are also offering raw GLP-1 ingredients without a prescription. They claim these ingredients are only for research. This forces some users to mix their own doses, a very risky process. This is the gray market. The issue hits home for people using GLP-1 drugs to fight obesity. Patients depend on these medications to help manage their weight and health. Counterfeit drugs and unsafe practices can lead to dangerous side effects and even hospitalization. It also makes it harder to trust the treatments that are so important in the battle against obesity. The attorneys general urged the FDA to step up inspections and enforcement. They want the agency to work with federal partners and state pharmacy boards to stop these scams. Quick action is needed to keep patients safe and ensure that they get the medication they rely on. The coalition is co-led by attorneys general from South Carolina, Colorado, Illinois, and Tennessee. So what they're talking about is not compounding at all. They're talking about true fake drugs, copies, and we've reported on stories about them coming in, being mislabeled, being sold. It's kind of like buying a fake Louis Vuitton purse. It's fake Wegovy, right? And we've done stories that have been tested and they're dangerous and you don't know what they are. And they're also talking about that gray market, those people that are selling online medications without a prescription, that you mix it up yourself and it says not for human use.
Yeah, I mean, if it says for research purposes only, not for human consumption, please don't inject it into your body. I mean, and I know a lot of people are out there mixing up their own doses, but I just think that's really dangerous and an average person just shouldn't be doing that.
So there's 30 some odd attorneys general that are saying, FDA, do your job, make sure this stuff that's going to hurt Americans is not getting in the country.
In story number 6, a new study has given fresh hope to those of us using GLP-1 medications in our battle against obesity. Researchers from the University of Hong Kong and Imperial College have uncovered evidence that GLP-1 helps shed unwanted weight by primarily reducing body fat while keeping our precious muscle mostly intact. This comes as welcome news, especially after concerns that weight loss might come at the cost of muscle, potentially leading to frailty. The study, which analyzed genetic data from over 800,000 European participants, focused on a genetic variant called RS877446. This variant appears to mimic the effects of GLP-1 receptor agonists, the very drugs that help control blood sugar levels by curbing appetite, slowing down how quickly the stomach empties, and reducing glucagon secretion. In simple terms, this means when GLP-1 is at work, it helps the body lose weight by targeting fat, not muscle. Assistant Professor Ryan O. Young Shu Lun from HKU Med and Clinical Research Fellow Director Deepinder Gill from Imperial College explained that people with this genetic makeup lost, on average, around 7.9 kilograms of fat compared to about 6.4 kilograms of lean mass. While both numbers show weight loss, the greater drop in fat offers reassurance that these medications are doing what they're supposed to do, helping us lose the weight that we want to lose without sacrificing the muscle we need to stay strong and active. The findings, published in Diabetes, Obesity, and Metabolism, highlight the power of using genetic research to better understand our treatments. It shows that GLP-1 receptor agonists, which mimic the natural GLP-1 hormone in our bodies, not only aid in managing type 2 diabetes, but also play a significant role in reducing body fat. For anyone on this weight loss journey, this study brings a sense of relief and renewed confidence in the medication's ability to help fight obesity effectively.
So this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of discussion on, do GLP-1s cause you to lose muscle? And I guess the answer for this study is you're losing more fat than you are muscle. So that's good. That's what we want, right? We want to lose more fat and keep our muscle. So I don't know how that genetic variant, did the people with that genetic variant have more GLP-1 in their body naturally? I don't understand what the
science is. We can ask Condi to look at this.
That's a good question for Condi. Our
Condi, if you're watching, this is a good research project to
Yeah.
take a look at.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, that wraps up today's edition of the Downsized News. We hope you found the updates helpful and insightful as you navigate your own GLP-1 adventure.
And while you're here, don't forget to check out our Downsized store at thedownsized.org, where you'll find GLP-1 companion products and more to support your adventure.
Before we sign off, if you've enjoyed following the adventure Laraine and I are on and want to stay updated with real stories, insights, and tips about GLP-1 medications, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates and live streams. And a special thank you to our Club Downsized members. Your support means the world to us and allows us to keep creating content that inspires and informs. We couldn't do this without you. Your support helps us grow and continue sharing valuable content for those of us navigating life with the disease of obesity.
I'm Laraine Durham.
And I'm Christopher Durham. We're the Downsized. See you next time.